Hello everybody, my name is Misha. I am your barista witch and welcome to our full moon spread. Happy full moon. This is a really special full moon. It's called Guru Purnima and it's basically a full moon where you celebrate and you honor teachers in your life, people who have paved the way for you to be where you want to be. And this full moon in Sagittarius, the sign of wisdom, freedom, purpose, it's really special, especially with like everything that's going on in the world. And it's in a nakshatra, which is a lunar constellation called Purva Ashad. It's the star of invincibility and purification. It's water magic, it's truth magic. It's the kind of energy that says, cleanse your soul, speak your truth, and let the wisdom flow. This is an exquisite time for rituals, journaling, heart-opening conversations, and I do just have some general like do's for today for this full moon. Offer gratitude to a teacher or a guide, spiritual or earthly. Maybe take some salt baths to cleanse your space and your spirit. Light a candle, journal, ask yourself, what have I learned that's changed my life? If you want, you could also drop it in the comments. And some other things is don't be too prideful to say thank you or to make amends. Don't overschedule your day. Leave some room for some divine downloads. Oh, girl. Okay, take pleasure. Not this reading starting off spicy. This might have to get carried over into Patreon depending on how this goes. So this is from the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. And as always, oh my gosh, I'm gonna read the guidebook and then we shall get into it. Okay, the mantra that goes along with this is, I am worthy of pleasure. Our bodies are magnificent temples of joy, bliss, and ecstasy awaiting exploration. Most of us have an upbringing filled with limiting perspectives about how we can experience pleasure and what kind is appropriate. As we begin to break free from constrictive perspectives, we can re-explore our bodies and all of our senses to find new and more profound experiences of pleasure. This exploration is a very personal process, with the main requirement being an open mind. So begin by closing your eyes and turning into your body. Ask yourself, oh dear, where do you want to be touched and how you want to be touched? You can also ask your senses what they're craving. What does your nose want to smell? What does your skin want to feel? What do your eyes want to see? Not what does your mouth want to taste. Okay. I'm going to relax because this guidebook is getting into some naughtiness. But genuinely ask yourself, just in general, what brings you joy? What brings you pleasure? It doesn't have to necessarily be like sexual in a way, but it can just be maybe going for a walk, reading your favorite book. It could very well be knitting, sewing, playing video games, doing something that brings you joy. Full moons are all about an overabundance of energy, this flow of energy. So think about those things of how can you overflow with abundant joy and pleasure. Read. What the fuck did I just say? Read. Pick up your book. If you are interested, over on Twitch/Discord, the Coven, the Café Coven, we have a little book cult going on where we will be reading Twilight because somehow we just fully realize that a lot of people in the Coven haven't read it. I'm an elder millennial. I'm 33. Twilight was peak high school for me. So if you want to join, head over to Twitch. I do coffee time every single morning. Whisper one of the mods. They can get you the link to the Discord. Follow the rules. If you don't follow the rules, we kick you out immediately because I don't play that shit and I don't have time for bullshit. I'm being so dead ass right now. So if that's something you're interested in, when was the last time you actually took a moment to sit down and read and not just passively scrolling on your phone or scrolling on socials or something, but literally sit down and read for an undisturbed amount of time. Think about the length of time that you read. Do you read in little 5-minute chunks? Maybe you find out that audiobooks are more your shtick, because I know sometimes for some people, reading a physical book can be just a bit blah, Read, consume it in some way. Okay, let's see what else. Read, and maybe read for pleasure. Notice if you've been reading primarily like nonfiction books or books for work or something like that, try reading for the purposes of pleasure. Like try reading something that's just gonna stimulate your senses. Also reading fourth wing at the moment as well. Definitely, if y'all know, you know. We have the Nine of Pentacles, love, love, love. So in the tarot, Pentacles represents the element of earth. It represents finite things such as your time, your money, and the Nine of Pentacles is a card of abundance. This is a card of taking your time, knowing that you have the necessary time. And it's interesting, literally, take your time with pleasure, take your time with reading, whatever it is, take your time. Also, one of the do's for today for a full moon is to take your time, to not rush through things. The Nine of Pentacles asks you to allow things to develop without rushing into them. If you're in a relationship, notice if you're rushing to have a label or to find a partner. Notice if you're rushing to do anything in your life, rushing to grow your business or rushing. Slow down. We live in this society where everyone is on fucking go all of the goddamn time. And it's so frustrating. Like, I wish more people would literally just chill out. Check in with your nervous system, breathe. The Nine of Pentacles literally asks you to luxuriate with gratitude in the garden of your life. You see this cat chilling in this garden? That's what the Nine of Pentacles energy wants you to do. We have the Page of Cups. So this is wonderful because the Page of Cups represents imagination. And interesting, this is going to be placed next to the Read card because this card asks you to just dream without limit, to really tune in to your psychic flashes, your intuitiveness, your deep empathy, your magic. And that's really important during a full moon because full moons are all about that psychic intuition. The moon represents psychic awareness. Think about why the moon is such symbolic of witchcraft and the occult. There's a lot of intuitiveness that comes from the moon. And for people who don't believe in the moon's powers and the magic of the moon, just look at high tide and low tide. When the moon is closer, we have more water. Sailors factor it into their navigation so that they know how to be safe. And it's because of the pull of the moon. Lunatic comes from La Luna. Statistically, there are literally more crimes during full moon. This is a fact that you can Google and look up. It's crazy. I was pre-law in university, so I studied a lot of this, but it's really interesting how this is coming up right now. But this card asks you to be unafraid to express your feelings. So again, in matters of the heart, if this is, if you're inquiring about a love interest, maybe see if you can just be unapologetic about letting that person know how you feel. Go forward with your creativity. This card represents having an open mind towards any challenges you may face. And this card also represents that good news and a new opportunity are on the horizon. And it represents a potential new romantic interest. But ultimately, I think especially this card is just asking you to let go, to luxuriate, to just take some time to unwind. Full moons are about the cup of the moon is full of this lunar energy. Let go. Notice if you feel overwhelmed, let go. Bitch, are you kidding me? Sorry, the 10 of Wands right now, no. I just done outwitched myself. The 10 of Wands literally represents releasing your burdens, giving your body a rest, putting down heavy burdens so a cycle can renew. I'm literally done. This card represents a disconnection. There's a misalignment. You have too many things on your plate. You have too many things that you are tending to. And this card is strongly asking you, Coven, to put down what is blinding you so you can walk away from a situation. This card represents that you're taking on too many demands and you need to learn how to say no so that you can stay balanced. You need more balance so that you can keep your nervous system calm and your home life happy. This card represents you took on too many responsibilities that may not even be yours. So especially if you're in a situation where you live with another person and you're the main person doing labor in your home, that, like, absolutely not. I am all about division of labor and being equitable and being fair and making sure that you are not taken advantage of. This card truly asks you to release your burdens and to balance work with play in order to overcome blocks and to release blame. So you need to find more balance in your life. Notice where you may not be getting enough sleep, you may not be eating well, balance your bank account, like write it down in black and white, no judgment, just full assessment and analysis of your life. Take action. We got this earlier today. If you were in coffee time today during Twitch, we literally got this card. And I've never gotten this card before today and never gotten it twice in a row. Okay, this is your call to action. The time for contemplation has passed. You already know what to do. You are now required to take a leap of faith and put your energies into motion. While it's unwise to take action before an idea or project has fully marinated, too often we don't trust ourselves enough to act. But as the famous poet once said, boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. The moment you put your energy behind an idea, you started the transformation process. That is creation itself. Mighty forces, often unseen, will move on your behalf. Don't hesitate. Put your brave boots on and be the person who decided to go for it. Leap and the net will appear. Or you'll grow wings on the way down. Either way, jump. I'm done. I'm done. The universe is asking you to please take a leap of faith, to put trust in yourself, to really tap into where do you know intuitively you need to take a risk. We had the two people who joined us, well, two people today said that they broke up with partners after being with them for 7 years, 5 years, these like long-term relationships, 9 years. Like, it's time to make a change. Conjure the magic, yes, especially during the full moon. Magic is real. I don't mean hocus pocus, sleight of hand trickery, more like abracadabra, an Aramaic word meaning I create as I speak. This is the time for believing. Draw close to wonder, embrace possibilities, and stand firm in your own vision. Your dreams ache for a way into the world. You are their magic carpet, delivering them from the ethers into reality. Let yourself be their ally by holding on to the truth behind all manifestations. Seeing is not believing. Believing is seeing. You've got to believe in the magic before it appears. Yo. Are you kidding me? Are you literally kidding me right now? So this full moon, as you rest, as you tap into your imagination a bit more, as you tap into that side of yourself that just feels comfortable to create, I feel like my energy attracts a lot of creative personalities. I consider myself a creative. I'm not like a painter or anything, but I believe in witchcraft and wizardry, and like attracts like. So I feel like a lot of y'all are probably artists or creatives in your own way, whether it's how you create art with your body or painting or drawing or poetry, or how you dress, how you decorate, how you bake. Just something about you is different. You know, maybe not necessarily like, I don't attract too many tech bros, too many AI people, you know. Although I did once go on a date with a crypto bro and I was like, you need to stop because this is literally scheming and scamming and you should go to prison because this is insider trading. Anyway, but use this full moon to tap into that creative side of yourself, you know, like really just see how this full moon you can create something. And we have a Discord where there are many channels for creatives, and just maybe add something, add a drawing, add a poem, add a sentence, add something. We have the 9 of Wands. Oh, wow. So the 9 of Wands literally is a card that represents breaking past old barriers. This card calls for moving into a new space, and by doing that, you're able to push past your comfort zone and enter new territory in order to gain some wisdom. This card represents being brave, sticking up for yourself versus cowering. And this card also wants to remind you that every wound carries a lesson. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Sorry, Kelly Clarkson, sorry. This card represents moving through difficulties with focus and strength. And this card wants you to know that you've worked hard and you have mustered unknown strength and have stayed vigilant and surpassed all expectations with talent, will, and drive. And this card ultimately represents making it out of a rough chapter of your life. And interesting that the Nine of Wands is placed adjacent or concurrent to the Nine of Pentacles. We're going to place you here. Once you break past your barriers, once you pushed yourself outside of your comfort zone, once new territory is available, don't let that throw you off just because it's new and unfamiliar. You will soon become accustomed to it and be able to move into a new unknown frontier. This is a card of shattering the glass ceiling. It's taking energy reservoirs and moving it into a space of transformation. The Hierophant. We've got a major arcana that's coming to the spread. Sorry, not really sorry. So, the Hierophant. This is a card of integrating your mind and spirit in order to access higher places. It's insane that we got this card on the full moon, the Guru Purnima full moon, which represents honoring teachers, because this card represents the importance of passing down wisdom. This card is the teacher, the seer. This is structure, institutions, the core values of learning. Masters becoming mentors, mentors becoming masters, sharing of all gained knowledge, sacred rituals, established dogma, religious dogma, adhering to tradition. This card represents the student and teacher or master-disciple relationship. So again, being called to during this full moon, Guru Purnima, to honor a teacher in your life in some way. Is there a teacher who has helped you? Maybe even if you're not in contact with them, whether because they passed, this earthly plane, or you just don't talk to them, you could write a letter and not send it. You could burn it and ask the wind to carry it to that person. And you know how that works. You think of someone, next thing you know, they're in your DMs. The Seven of Cups. Oh my gosh. This card literally is a card of imagination. Cups represents our emotions, our feelings. And this card is visions of what is possible and everything that could be. This card represents amazing new choices, clairvoyance. Like in the traditional card, there's all these cups with all these little various images inside. And this card asks you that as soon as you make your choice, as soon as you use your imagination to visualize the life that is possible, as soon as you do that, boldly move forward without regret. This card asks you, what does your life look like in your wildest dreams? Seriously, ask yourself, I'm so dead ass. What does your life look like in your wildest dreams? Don't limit yourself. Who the told you to limit yourself? That person. There are no limits aside the ones that you impose on yourself. And I'm so dead ass. Who made the rules? The people who benefit from them? Exactly. The Six of Cups. Yes! This is so cute and it's so in line with what we're doing. So this cup represents hope reborn. This card represents walking away from people that no longer serve you. This card asks you to learn from your past in order to shape your future. This card asks you to open your heart and to give yourself freely so that you can recuperate and return to yourself. This card represents the dawn after the darkness, renewed hope, nostalgia, playful innocence. This card represents empathy and compassion for your past self in order to get rid of negative emotions. This card wants you to learn from your past in order to shape your future. So my loves, this is the reading I got for us so far for this full moon. I'm just getting warmed up. If you want part 2, head over to patreon.com/The Barista Witch, where I will be adding more cards to this spread and I'll clear it and just make some more magic. Thank you so much. I love you. Sign up at the $5 level. And also, if you do that, I still have 4 more spots left, where if the first 15 people for July sign up, they get a free 15-minute reading, and all the readings are there. You can watch through them, maybe yoink something that resonates with you, leave the rest. And I love you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.